All right, let's go. Just a moment behind. What's up, underground crypto familia? How's everybody doing tonight? Look at those crypto bubbles. So inviting. So ready to launch this show. There I am. I wasn't sure how this shirt was going to do on stream. I don't know. Probably was a bad choice. All right. Anyways, we won't worry about that. We're going to play some games. Maybe I'll make myself a tad bit smaller here. Throw something in the chat. Let me know that you are here if you love some DeFi gaming. Let me see some of those emojis. So many buttons, so many tabs. Let's get to where we need to be. All right. So how's the market doing? Let's see. 1 through 1,000. 1%, 1.1%, 5 to 600, 1.2%, 8 to 900. Other than that, things are green, but less than 1%. That usually means the market has been relatively flat, even though that's an average, right? Let's check out this chat. Let's see what's going on here. Melissa in the house, thank you for being here. There's a link to that Discord pinned in the chat. Thanks to you. Blues Guy, what's up, Blues Guy? I don't know if you're still here. Blues Guy, if you're still here, drop something. He says, in the house of underground, and there's so much wisdom and goodness. UG's community is full of amazing people, and I miss you all. Back at you, Blues Guy, and Minecraft for Kids. Welcome in, welcome in. I know you love some DeFi gaming. And we're going to be getting right into it. But, of course, we got to take a look at a few things before we do. We got plenty of games. Doesn't it seem like all of a sudden there's a lot of DeFi games to play that are pretty decent? Play some Kindra. The new one that I just found, Lumina. We've got Chainers. We've got even Rollercoin here and there. We've got Sunflower Land. We've got all kinds of cool games to play. And then who knows what we might find live on the stream. I could sit here and play DeFi games with you guys literally 24 hours. BTW, though, has been doing extremely well. Let's talk about that before we go into some DeFi gaming. BTW is Bitway. It is Bitcoin DeFi, and it is up 17.4% today. From a low of about 17 cents to a high where it is now about 22 cents. For whatever reason, it's been doing extremely well. Got itself into the top 100. And now it's 84 by market cap when it was like 98 and then it was 91 and now it's 84. It keeps climbing, or do things keep falling? Unibase down 16.3%. Tell me, is the shirt really messing with the stream? Sometimes when I wear a print that's like got too much small stuff, it can really mess with the stream down in the corner. Let me know. All right. Not that it's a big deal. OKB up 5.5%. BDX or Belladex is up 4.5%. We already toggled the 1 through 1,000. I'm not expecting to see a bunch of really big green bubbles. And if you know this series all week, we've been talking about Hex, eHex, PulseX, Pulse Chain. It's been a lot of fun. I had definitely needed a refresher to that ecosystem and those things going on, right? And so I certainly have enjoyed this series. And this is Underground Crypto. If you don't know, if you're just rolling in, smash that like button where we deep dive together. So I've been learning all about Pulse Chain and things like that with you guys. We've had some new people come into the community who are, big on Pulse Chain and stuff like that. So it's been a lot of fun, but it's Friday night. On a Friday night, we need to kick back, hang out, play some DeFi gaming. It'd be cool to find some games in the Pulse Chain ecosystem. I don't really know if there are any, though. What is this? SpaceX. Oh, B stock. Yep, tokenized stock here. Who does the B stock? Whose is that? Is that Robinhood's? I think that was the X stock. Anyways, it gets confusing real quick. Sisic has been doing well. 15.7% to the upside today. Why is Sisic doing well? I don't know. Look, Blues Guy's still here. Says your shirt is awesome. Hey, I appreciate you saying that. I don't even know if you guys can see the print on it. It's so small and repetitive. I forget what you call that. 2 to 300 here. We got Gwei up 40%. This project does take some dives sometimes, but it's up 100% this week. Look at that. There is certainly volatility in that. And I'm ready to go. Got me a fresh cup of coffee. And see, can you guys see that? Nice mug I picked up in Maine while I was up there. It says I'm going to hop on Lumina. I'm pretty sure I spelled the right name. I think you got that. I know you've been pretty excited about Lumina. And I'll tease that for a half second, right? This is a new game that I found. It's obviously a play on Pokemon, right? There's no hiding that, really. But I like it. It's very nostalgic for me, somebody who grew up with that Game Boy Advance, that Game Boy Advance SP, if you know, with the little button where you could turn the light on and for the screen on and off. Playing that all the time and all the car rides everywhere we went, the grocery store, just kid vibes. Pokemon definitely was one of my go-to games. A new one would come out, you'd get excited. You'd have to figure out how in the world you were going to get, whoever, the parents to buy, grandparents, somebody to buy me the new game, right? And so this really brings back those nostalgic vibes. Now, I will say that there's been definitely a couple that have tried to do this, and nobody really did it well, or to be honest, they were not well put together games, and they didn't seem like they were ever serious about it, right? It was mostly like a cash grab or something like that. Is this game a cash grab? I have no idea, but something about it is telling me that this game is legit by the fact that they put some effort into the way that it actually runs. The economics of it, if you will. The gameplay of it seems to be pretty legit. And so if you find, the old Pokemon games nostalgic, like the actual Game Boy games and stuff like that, and the way that you played through, the way that you leveled up your characters, the way that you had to start and you had 3 starting, Pokemon or whatever that you had to pick from, then this game, you're going to like this game, because this game really did a good job of capturing that without changing it in 100 directions to the point where it doesn't feel like the old game. This feels like the old game with totally different characters. So anyways, I wasn't going to hop on there and play. We're not quite to that point, but just wanted to tease it a little bit because you can see Minecraft for Kids. It's definitely one of his favorite games. But we also have other games like Kindra and stuff like that we're going to play too. Even though I've been heavy playing Lumina right now, we're going to play some other things as well. Anvil, 24.2% to the upside. And Internet Cloud Network Token. I don't know why. They should have simplified this. Impossible Cloud would have been a really cool name. We could have done without the network token. Anyways, ICNT is up 17.7%. Sky AI coming back, swinging up 14%. I think it was up a little bit yesterday too. Yeah, on the week it's up 350%. If you pick that one at the beginning of the week, you're doing really well. Bear, somebody told us about. Again, we've been even though it's DeFi Friday, let's not forget, we've been deep diving all week about Pulse Chain. So, or Pulse Chain, Hex, how it came about, Hex staking, T-shares. We've been crushing it on the education. That's why it's nice on a Friday to slow down and just hang out. Blues Guy, my man, thank you for the super chat. Those super chats, they do mean a lot to me. They really do. It says, gratitude, UG, blessing always to Seven and family. We catch up tomorrow, bro. All right, awesome. I will look forward to that. Melissa, Crypto Queen, good to see you, and everyone else, much love. Definitely love the positive vibes that you be bringing to the stream, and it's good to have you here. And shortly, you'll literally be here, like in Florida, at my house. So that is going to be a whole new adventure for the both of us. It's going to be a lot of fun. I look forward to it. Anyways, just want to say Teddy Bear, they pointed out as a meme coin that could be good over on the PulseX community. I don't know a lot about it, but somebody definitely wanted you to know about that. The king of flair, she says. Well done, well done. All right, let's go back to CoinGecko, and let's take a look at what's trending. I'm not even going to do the price rundown tonight. Like I said, we've been very heavy on the education all week. I thought it would be nice to slow down and just hang out as a community, play some games. Some people might love that. Some people might not. Some people on a Friday night might want to go to their friend's house or hang out at a bar. Hey, that's everybody's own business. But we're here if you want to just hang out and play some DeFi games. Pawns is trending. I don't know why I clicked on it. It is a Robinhood launchpad. There's a few of them popping up. Cash Cat, the premier Robinhood meme, is at 92.7 million. A lot of people, I think, coming in late chasing that, but it just went from like 62 million back up to, I don't know how high it went, to be honest with you, but back up to something like 100 mil. And you got to imagine that thing started at some point where it was lower than $1 million. So somebody got paid. It was up like 73 million%. It's something crazy, right? I remember seeing that Shiba Inu was up 1,000,000% since its inception, and I thought that was crazy. Cash Cat did like a 73 million. It's like, whoa, somebody made some money. Meaning, if you put $1 into it when it first came out, you would have made 73 million. That's a lot of money, guys. That's crazy. All right, I don't know if that's accurate, but it's a lot of money. What else is trending here? Stronghold. So Stronghold's an interesting project, and it a lot of times gets grouped in with the XLM and the XRP. So it's one to watch, right? It's definitely one to watch. It's got a tag like made in the US. That's the only tag it has. Where can you buy it? Huh, they don't give us a quick description. I don't know if I could give a good description of Stronghold, like just off the top of my head, to be completely honest with you. I got a lot of crypto coins to keep straight. Payment ecosystem, right? Using the SHX token to build blocks with real world purpose. It definitely falls into all of the payment processing and things like that, XLM, XRP. And so it always gets pulled in there, although it's a lesser known coin, to be honest with you. The people who are really dug into those trenches know about Stronghold. If you're just on the surface on the internet, you're not really a crypto person, you bought some XRP because you hear them talk about it constantly, maybe you bought a little XLM, you might not even know what Stronghold is. So I'm just going to throw that out there. And with that, let's hop into some gaming here. Let's refresh this. This is good evening. It was warm here today, maybe 83 for the high. Of course, I'm already missing Maine. I grew up there, 3 months out of the year, and I just got to go back up there for the first time in several years. And well, it wasn't long enough, I'll tell you that much. So I'm definitely hoping to spend some serious time up there next year. Blues Guy says this Lionsgate peaking tomorrow, August 8th, the day I was born, guys. Oh yeah, by the way, shout out to Blues Guy. I saw it on Facebook and I meant to message you. I honestly can't remember if I did message you or not. But happy birthday, Blues Guy. Everybody could wish him a happy birthday. Maybe his birthday is actually tomorrow, but I did see it on Facebook there. See, I gotta log into this Rabby wallet. It's been a long time since it's made me log in here. It says lots of energy, total solar coming, spread the love, positivity, positive everything. I'm amplified. The bulls are coming. Let's go. Hey, I love that idea and I love that energy. Also, there's supposed to be like a really big solar eclipse kind of thing on the August 12th. I know that because Pump.fun, I'm in a coin that is literally all about August 12th. Trying to log into this wallet and it just straight up, it doesn't like me logging into this wallet. What is going on? All right. Well, let me log into my Rabby wallet, would you? Well, this is certainly annoying. I know I have the right password. There we go. I know I already put that password in there, but whatever. There we go. So you got 2 servers on Kindra. You got a US and an EU. I do have a referral code. I don't know if I put it up there. Do I have a referral code for Kindra up? I don't think so. I haven't played in a couple of days. Been busy. Had a couple other games that I've been messing with. Yeah, Blues Guy says Stronghold is like Songbird, complementary of Stella, as Songbird is complementary to Flare. They used as a testing ground. Well said. I appreciate you saying that, because that really does jog my memory. And of course, Songbird to XRP as Stronghold is to XLM. And XLM has some stuff cooking. I'm really surprised. I'm really surprised that, like, maybe I'm just not in the echo chambers, but I'm surprised at the lack of people talking about XLM right now, because XLM, XRP, a lot of those communities are constantly all the time hyping up what is to come for those networks and those projects. And we really do have legitimate news about XLM being built. You know, they're JP Morgan, like a ton of big companies are building with XLM, and that's a fact. And then it's quiet. Doesn't anybody think that's weird? In the time periods where there's like no real official news of a lot of things, you know, they get really loud, and then there's real stuff going on, and it's legitimate and verified by, you know, JP Morgan and all kinds of different big people, big players. And then it's relatively quiet, and the price doesn't move a lot. Very odd. It almost is kind of fishy, if you ask me. Speaking of fish, I got to use fish to heal myself here and not get killed when I fight this Frostmaw Tyrant over here on Kindra. Kindra's a lot of fun. I hadn't played in a few days. They've been adding all kinds of stuff constantly, so I've been just kind of excited to get back on here and hang out with you guys. I know that Melissa likes this one a lot, and I do as well. Definitely want to, like I said, we went from not having a lot of games to really having quite a few games. Prime Minister, what's up, my man? How are you doing? Says, yo, UG, sup, bro? Been MIA, got some free time, gonna chill with y'all for a minute. Hey, we appreciate that, and shout out to you and all that you do and all that you've been helping us do when it comes to the trenches and all of those things. I really appreciate, and I've learned a lot about that whole side of cryptocurrency because of you. So I just want to shout you out and say thank you. And also, I know you were really busy yesterday. I hope you got a lot of stuff done, but it's always nice to hear and see you. Well, I guess I can't see you, hear from you. I play Kindra almost every day for a few hours. Hey, that's good. Anything new in the last day or so? Any new upgrades or anything cool like that? I noticed that the water, they changed the reflection. There's some things about it. Seems like they got it good enough and they launched it, and they seem like they've been working on it, which is pretty cool. This has a ton of potential, if you ask me. I've been kind of running around, not focused, doing anything right this second, but we will actually lock in here in a minute. The most recent upgrade that I've seen here is the trading posts, and kind of an easy way to make some money back and forth for the trading posts. I now actually have the home. I dropped the 5K. I'll be honest, I don't understand what they're going for here, but a lot of times these things, they launch and then later they continue to kind of roll stuff out, right? There were better houses. They really should have, put my house on the ground would have been cool. I don't know why it's just awkwardly floating where it is. Seems like a very odd location. Is everybody's house like this? There's no roof or anything. That's kind of weird even when you zoom out. It's just a square in the sky. It's got a bed in the corner, which is really just a blue square and a brown square and then a rug, a red square, you know? And it's like there's just nothing to this. And I hope that they're going to add some stuff. I'm really not trying to dog them for it. And there are higher, tier houses that you can buy, but there's nothing to do here. So I think that may be a little bit of a missed opportunity, but I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say that they probably just launched that and haven't built it out yet. Because for many days I would get on here and there would be something new. These trading posts popped up all of a sudden. Bosses popped up all of a sudden. I see there's a new portal over there. We're going to run right by it. Melissa says, my house is the same. Okay, the most recent upgrade on Kindra is the orange portal. Okay, I was going to point that out. Let's see, Minecraft says, where is that? It is something you have to purchase at... I don't remember which one you purchase it at, to be completely honest with you. But you do purchase it at one of the vendors. As soon as I deliver this, we'll go check that out. Of course, I'm being attacked. That is where those Swift potions come in. I'm not going to try to take this real far because I have too much stuff in my inventory and I don't want to get killed. When you get killed, you lose everything. See this orange portal? If you can see my mouse, the war scar, that's a new portal right there. And so let's click this so we can end. We made 394 gold. Now you're not going to make a lot of gold. If you go a short distance, the longer distance you go, the more gold you make. The strat is usually you need to go get some fish. You need to cook your fish over here in your crafting, and then you could pretty much use those as like free potions. There is a little bit of a time delay, like you can't just like eat a fish constantly, but it's only like a second. So as long as you're not fighting anything too high above your level. I also did buy this sword. It's like 7,000 gold for this sword. So it's a decent sword. That helps when trying to take down some of these bigger bosses. They say the creatures are very strong in there. Probably, which is nice for the higher levels. You definitely want to give something that challenges the higher levels, right? Okay, apparently I have 1,000 gold stored in here. I'm probably gonna deposit. Let's deposit like another 2,000 G. Even though when you die, you don't lose your gold. And they have a deposit all, withdraw all function. I don't really need to do that per se. Just want to grab some of my epic stuff out of here. I don't want those gems. Kindra crates. Warden sap, a lot of times you need that for certain things. A lot of materials, a lot of mats that you would use, right? What is down at the bottom? A golem heart. All right. Seems like I was a little too zoomed in or something. Can't seem to get the zoom perfect. All right, so what do we want to get into, Melissa? What's the funnest thing to do on here? Go grind in one of the portals. I know I was trying to get into this portal over here. I think I have to be level 20. The leveling goes a little slow. You got any leveling secrets for me? Of course, everything I fight, I get like no XP for. So, okay, yeah, you got to be level 20 to use that gate, which I'm pretty sure means I'm not getting into this gate here. The Kindra Cup, I don't know where that is. Fishing Frenzy is a fishing competition. Okay, so you need a combat level of 45 and I'm 44. So because you have skills and different things, like I have a really high combat level even though my actual level is relatively low. It's only, what, 16 going on 17? But I don't have a lot of good places to grind, unless they're in portals that I'm just not aware of. Now, the items that are worth like actual money in this game, you beat these big bosses and they drop a crate. But but you can't really open the crate, right? You'll see Kindra crate. And let's just show what that's about. Let's go to Satchel, go down to crate, and go open this crate, right? So you could pay 2 USDG, which is a stable coin in the Robinhood ecosystem. Shout out to Kindra, by the way. It is in the Robinhood ecosystem, even though it's a virtuals coin, right? And I could, let's see, do I have that up? Can I pull that up easily? Here we are. Virtuals protocol. That's where you'll find this thing. Let's refresh it, make sure we have the latest numbers. But it is built on Robinhood, right? So if you can understand the nuance there. So I got a few Kindra. The price hasn't been amazing. It's only worth like $8. At one point it was worth like 12 or 13. These are one of those things you kind of got to play out long term. At the end of the day, if this tokens don't ever go to being worth like a lot, I can just use them in the game and play. So it's kind of like I have utility, right? I have some utility to them, and so I don't stress it too much. Also, about like $6 worth of it. So if it crashes and burns, I'm gonna be just fine. Did not put more money than I could afford to lose, right? So I can think of one other place where we could go grind, but I really do have limited places to earn XP. Just kill bosses and enemies, daily side jobs too. Let's see what we got for quests. Thanks for saying that. All right, there we go. Let's zoom in. First, let's go to trade and sell all the useless stuff that we don't really need. Of course, they have a marketplace, but in order for a marketplace to be highly beneficial to us, we need a lot of people playing. And there's more and more every day, but there's not like a crazy amount of people playing here. And so we're going to sell off a few of these materials here. Bone shards, amber pelts, sea pearls. I've got plenty of them in my bank anyways. Keep the chuck meat because that's how you make tendies. Shout out to tendies. They're a good food source and health source, but they're a shout out, of course, to the meme coin tendies, right, on the Robinhood ecosystem. I'm sure somebody out there gets it, appreciates that. I've got a few fish. I think we could go into the Void Rift. Yeah, I've definitely grinded in this one before. They could definitely brighten this up a little bit. And there's some monsters in here and stuff like that. There's a bazaar where you can buy some things. But other than that, like, it's very relatively empty. And that's where I say, like, there's a lot of potential here to add stuff. I don't know what's coming down the pipeline. Here's some items you don't really see anywhere else. Speaking of that, let's see if we got like an XP booster or anything like that. What is this? An XP elixir? No, that's a Swift tonic. Don't want to use that. XP elixir. Let's drink it. Let's see how long it lasts. For like a minute. Alright, so you really want to use it like right when you're ready. It's like a dinosaur or something? I don't think I fought one of these dinosaurs yet. Oh wow, he hits hard. It does auto loot for you. I do like that. A Starfall Golem, huh? Luckily, I put him down pretty quickly because these guys hit pretty hard. Let's see. Do I even get XP from these? Why is he not fighting him? Kill him, please. Okay, yeah. See, so these guys are too weak. Like, I don't even get XP from them. It's a very weird conundrum. I don't know what this guy is. Can't really click on them and see what they are. He looks like a boss of some kind. It's always a gamble trying to go take him down because if I die, I pretty much lose everything. What does this Mighty Brew do? Let's drink that. Oh, okay, we increase damage here. I don't know if I can beat this guy. Dude, I'm doing like no damage to him. Alright, we're out of here. Swift tonic. I don't think I can beat that guy. And when he launches all those minions, they're going to absolutely wreck me. Maybe I have PTSD from doing the trade things. Because when the trade things, you carry package, and you have so many packages in your hand apparently that you can't actually fight anything. I probably could have killed all those little minions. I probably could have won that. We'll have to come back to that when I'm stronger, I guess. And it's so dark in there. It's like nice to get out of there. Check your settings to lighten up your screen. I have done that before. I've lightened it to the max. It's just still pretty dark. Be careful of that zombie boss. He shoots balls of acid. Yep. To send guys to attack you. Well, I read that a little bit late, but I found that out the hard way. But I was prepared to bail, right? Oh, wow. I guess I've never talked to this person. He sells coconuts for health. Okay. I have enough things for health. A wetsuit, which is rare. A lifeguard beach suit. There's just some aesthetic things that you could dump some money into for sure. I think we need to catch a couple fish. We will play some different games, right? It's not all about Kindra. I felt bad because it would be easy for me to hop onto that Lumina game and just crash out and play it for forever, because that's what I've been grinding on here when I could actually get a minute. That and Sunflower Land. So I wanted to make sure that I gave Kindra some screen time for sure, because I really do enjoy this game. And I look forward to some of the exciting part about this is just what they're going to roll out, what they're going to do with this, right? And it's a real thing that I'm always watching with any of these games. Do they continue to improvise, upgrade, bust things out, roll things out for the players, or do they kind of get comfortable, weeks go by, nothing new, stuff like that? That's a Founders Island. We can't go in there unless you hold 50,000 Kindra, which I'm not that far off of. The Sunken Island, we've been in there many times. I'll run in here and probably fight the boss and grab the trade route. This is one of my favorite trade routes, is to come in here, hit this trade route, and go all the way over to that winter area. I think it might be like the longest route. Cook 12 meals. That was... It only gave me 181 XP. Let's see. Yeah, when you need something like 20,000 XP, I mean, the whole level itself is what? 66,800? The quests and stuff do seem a little lackluster. Okay, I needed to catch more fish too. What other quests do we have? That's all the quests? Give 5 food to somebody. What is this? Merc willow logs. Okay. Catch 25 fish. Gather 16 glow caps. And chop some wood down. We will do our best to do those. Go into the new portal so I can see how it looks, so I don't die. So I won't die just yet. I'll be a guinea pig, no worries. I need to get my combat level to 45, and let's see, before I even attack this guy. We're almost there. I hate when I lag because I don't know if I'm like literally being killed. So literally this fight, I think I should level to 45. Did he stop attacking him? Can never figure out what is he doing. He just stops attacking the boss in the middle of fighting the boss. I've killed this guy many times. Shouldn't be a problem. He did it again. Like, he stopped fighting him. What is going on? Must be some kind of glitch. I really don't want to get killed at this point. I have way too many fish and health potions and stuff. Wouldn't be the end of the world, but it'd be very inconvenient. Let's put it that way. I only have one Swift here, which I need to complete these quests. And trade runs have a limit to them. You can only make about 2,000 G's or 2,000 gold a day. Oh wow, you can only get so much combat XP a day. Did we level? We did level to 45. So we're going to grab this, and then we are going to go to getting attacked. Trying to sneak a sip of coffee in there. We're going to go to the winter area. That's where the new portal is. And we should be able to go right through that new portal and check that out so you can see what it is. If I get killed, I get killed. No big deal. Said I can barely beat him. Really? Well, I think this 7G sword is helping. Alright. Oh, look. I went through and it sent me back. So I could just go to this town trading, which would probably be smart of me. But I'm going to try to make it all the way to the winter one and hope that I don't get attacked. And I'm being attacked. I really wish you could fight them in like some way, shape, or form. I basically just have to like spam my food. Wait, did I outrun them? Where do they go? Oh no, don't turn around. I've never had them like leave me alone. Usually they'll follow you all the way there. I don't know what happened. There we go. It's because there were more of them laying in ambush. Don't freeze up on me now. I got tendies. I got all kinds of health potions here, but if I stop clicking it, it could be dead. So alright, I won. I made it. Am I still being attacked? Yo, what is going on? That was weird. Usually as soon as you deliver the goods, they disappear. They kept attacking me. Alright, let's see what's in this portal. Okay, I do have this other fish that I can use. I was like, crap, I'm almost out of health. Health fish? Health potion? Fish potions? You guys really like this game. Making any pee? It's one of those things where you kind of stack up the Kindra. And then we'll find out later if it's worth doing. I haven't been playing this as much lately. Wait, now, first it said I couldn't go through this portal unless I was combat level 45. Then I come over here and I try to open the portal. It says I have to hold 50,000 Kindra, which is not a lot of money, but that's just nonsensical. At first when we were playing, they were like airdropping me Kindra or whatever. I got like 1.9 thousand Kindra, which is not a lot of money, but it was for free. It just showed up all of a sudden. What do I have? I have like, let's go check that out real quick. I have like 38,000 Kindra, I believe. Nope, I got 50,000 Kindra. It's just in a different wallet. So I guess I need to send this Kindra to my Rabby wallet. And then I'll be able to go through those portals and stuff. So maybe we'll do that while we're live today. Let's break it up. Let's do one. Roller coin is just interesting. I play one of these a day usually. Maybe two if I'm real bored. They take like 5 seconds to do. And they give me random tiny amounts of things. Like they gave me 40 cents worth of Bitcoin one time. They gave me, you know, a tiny bit of money of XRP, just random coins. I'll take it, whatever. Somebody did verify to me that you can withdraw the stuff. They've withdrawn it before. So they told me. I believe them. And of course, shout out to Chainers. You know he was going to do Chainers at some point. And of course, we're going to look around and see if there's any other games on the radar. Yesterday, I did finally merge my rare plots. Now I have 2 epic plots, and it'll pretty much be forever before I have enough materials to merge those 2 epic plots into a legendary plot. It takes a lot of materials to do that. I don't even have the materials to put these 2 cardboard basic common plots together here. So we'll plant some stuff and then we will sell it all off for some BNB and just continue to stack some BNB for free. We're always looking for opportunities. Some opportunities are huge, some of them are small, some of them are long term, like Kindra or something like that. You get on there, you earn a little, maybe you buy a little bit. You're really hoping that As hype picks up, Kindra has continued to build and has a good reputation, and money can flow into those things. And when they're so low as they are, I think it's less than $1 million market cap for sure, you can have extremely good returns. And I've talked about this quite a bit, but none of that stuff's guaranteed. But for the people who see people make a ton of money off of something like that, just know that they took a risk. You know, there was nothing guaranteed that the game they were playing, the thing that they were into, the yield that they were farming, there was no guarantee that that stuff was ever going to be popular. And for the 1 or 2 times that they've ever hit it big on any of those, there were probably many things that they farmed, airdrops, all kinds of stuff that they just never really panned out. And so it's just like the classic thing. The Lifer talks about it a lot. A lot of it, people say you're lucky when you win, but they don't see all the times that you rather lost, just straight up lost because things rug pulled and went away, or they just didn't pan out, right? You made $10 when you were hoping to make 10 grand, right? And they just didn't really play out. And that is the risk reward ratio here. To me, kind of part of the risk reward ratio is that you don't spend too much time. Like if I have to sit on Kindra and play it for hours a day, like I have to in order to I don't know, make 100 or 200 Kindra or something like that, then the risk reward is not really there. But if I can play it every couple of days for, I don't know, 30 minutes or something like that, well then it's not so bad. And if you have multiple games going, stuff like that. Like the Lumina. I went ahead and dropped $20 on Lumina, and I'll tell you why. Because if you hold the coin, you get a benefit. You get like a bonus item every day. And that bonus item is really just good in general, but it's also good for the actual gameplay and getting different characters. So now Sunflower Land, another game we'll definitely be playing tonight. Let me know if there's any other games you know of. But Sunflower Land, the makers of Sunflower Land, they're launching a Pokemon style game called Yakamon. I guess the green light is there to launch those types of games. Now, I saw Yakamon launching. Nothing is actually out. It's supposed to be out like Q4 or something like that. Actually, the game rolled out. Right now, they're kind of in like a pre-launch marketing kind of thing where they want you to sign up, and there's going to be 10,000 like rare Yakamon, and you're looking for an opportunity to get one for free, basically. No idea what that's about. My experience is usually have to be like a complete dedicated degen, just posting nonstop about it, like on your Twitter or something, in order to actually get any of those type of items. We'll see what happens. I'll try a little bit, but I'm not going to like spam post about Yakamon on my Twitter. Maybe I should. It's not like you get a ton of traction on there anyways. That's a whole other story about Twitter there. To grow on Twitter is kind of ridiculous. It seems like you got to be a bot. You know, it's funny. We're talking about Pulse Chain. And I mean, how do you talk about Hex and Pulse Chain without eventually talking about Richard Hart? I'm definitely not like a Richard Hart historian. Like I don't know all the little details of every little interview and times he got in trouble. Matter of fact, he had trouble with the law, and he might still have trouble with the law, to be honest with you. I'm not sure if he ever got out of all of that. I think he did. I think he's free to talk and say whatever he wants now. But either way, BitBoy Crypto, who when I first got into crypto was the hottest channel, right? They interviewed with him a few times. They had him on several times. So like I got some exposure to the Richard Hart. I've watched interviews that Ben did with Richard Hart and stuff like that. He's just a really interesting guy because he has some very like straightforward, strong opinions about crypto and the way things should run and work. And that's how he modeled Hex and this, that, and the other. And it's really interesting. We might even have, because like I said, the series for Pulse Chain and stuff, it might continue on past this week. Maybe we'll do a week of something else and then bring it back. That would be a good idea. Maybe since it's popular and it's been pumping popular, or it has had price increases recently, maybe we'll just dive straight into that. Do like a week on like Richard Hart or something like that, because he's got some interviews and stuff. When you listen to him talk, and he sounds like he knows way more about everything than everybody, right? And he definitely comes across like he knows that he knows everything, right? It's just really interesting, and it's hard to find. It can be a little bit hard to find the flaw in his logic when it comes to it. A lot of that, I think, is because he is far more versed in blockchain and crypto than most of us are, for sure. So he definitely knows the ins and outs of it. Anyways, it's really interesting. But my point was, somebody like Richard Hart, they're very controversial, right? They don't mind debating. They're good at that kind of stuff. Whether they're right or they're wrong, or they're just good at running in circles, people have a lot of opinions about that. But my point was, at first we were talking about Twitter, is just how you kind of just gotta be super controversial. You gotta just say off the wall stuff sometimes. And even though it's ridiculous, like, XRP's going to $50,000, for whatever reason, it works. I do have some issues with it personally. Because it going to $50,000 sounds kind of crazy. All right, I would love to see it, as I do hold some XRP, but it just seems highly irresponsible. But that's what you got to do on social media nowadays, right? And let's not let that be lost on what I'm trying to say here, is that it just seems like you got to just say the craziest, most outlandish stuff, and then everybody follows you on Twitter just because you say crazy stuff. Don't worry, I have that as a backup plan. That's in my back pocket, to just crash out on Twitter every day. So if you see me start crashing out on Twitter, you'll know that's what I'm doing. Just engagement farming, since Twitter will not give you any engagement unless you do stuff like that. But anyways, it's an annoying dynamic. It would be cool if people were just smart and then they just looked for legitimate people doing legitimate things. Or is it all bots? Is Twitter 100% bots, is what it feels like. And it doesn't really matter. They're just all engagement farming. Let's see. What's good, Strega Heart? Welcome in. Prime Minister says in 100 years it might hit 50K. Are we talking about Twitter? What are we talking about? Are we talking about Kindra? What might hit 50K? I wasn't watching the chat, so I didn't quite see when that came in. So I don't know what that was pertaining to. I think he might be talking about Kindra. Oh, good news. Nikita is leaving X, so X may go back to the way it used to be. Oh, XRP. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I should have caught that when you said 50X. Yeah, in 100 years, I hope I've taken profits on XRP. My goodness. But if it goes to 50K, I hope I left a couple of them for my children. But for my life and my retirement, I'm not counting on XRP going to 50K. If XRP went to 1,000 or even $100, we'd be pretty happy, right? Anyways, enough of that. Who is Nikita? I don't know who that is. Again, prior to the changing of hands with Elon Musk and Twitter, I used to hate Twitter. I couldn't stand it. Couldn't stand to be on it. I came from the MySpace and then even into the Facebook days, and I couldn't figure out why anybody would care about Twitter. It just seemed boring. It seemed like all the people who used it was mostly for news. That's what it seemed like to me. Anybody who I knew who used it, they used it for sports news and stuff like that. And I still have buddies that's all they use it for, is sports news. And I got that. That's fine. I wasn't into a lot of sports, so I didn't really care to do that myself. World news, not really into world news either, to be honest with you, other than what affects these crypto markets. And we're back to Lumina here. What time is it? Okay, 9:30. I have a crystal in the incubator. I want to see what I get. I will explain what that means in just a minute. Struggle Heart says, I didn't mind it, LOL. Used it for breaking news. Yeah. See, I was in my reggae music era. I was more focused on writing music and all of that stuff, you know. And that is kind of like being out in the nature, on the beach, not caring about world news and stuff like that. Babylon, as we would have told you. If you know, you know. But anyways, nowadays, a little bit of a different perspective because things affect the market and I'm in crypto. So let's shift gears here a little bit on the topic. Why is my guy just permanently running? Like, I'm not doing anything and he's just running. Why is he doing that? All right, let's refresh this. I've never had that happen playing this game anyway. So Lumina, kind of my main grind right now, like I said, very nostalgic. So up here you'll see you have these gold coins, pixels. That's kind of the in-game currency that you get when you beat trainers and gyms and stuff like that. Then you have these prisms, which I have none of. You can buy them using your Lumina. Now Lumina is like the main coin that you would actually find on like CoinGecko or something like that. It's the main crypto associated with Lumina. And you could buy prisms with them. They're used for upgrades and stuff. I haven't bought any. But if you hold at least 10 Lumina, right, then you can come over to this little thing and it gives you a free one of these decode. It's like a random items. You could get what are considered like Pokeballs. You could get potions. You could get these crystals. Now, if you look at the possible rewards, you will see what all you could technically get, all the way down to legendary stuff. I did just get one of these epic radiant crystals. When you get one of those, you got to go put it in the incubator, which for some reason they put way over here. All right, I got 43 minutes remaining on it. I'm sure we'll probably be live at that point. I look forward to seeing what I get. The last time I got one of these, pull up my Lumen, I got this Synduck here. So let's see if we get something cool. Something legendary. There is a marketplace, of course, where you can see all kinds of stuff. Let's go. Is there a legendary? Oh, there's see, before there were no legendaries on the market. Now there's legendaries on the market, and they are expensive. 1,000 Lumina. One Lumina last time I looked was like $1.65. So you can see the rarity, 1 in 39 million, and they're not all the same. Just because you have two of them, they can be very different. This one seems really cheap, $141. Where this guy, he wants like $645. Very interesting. Anyways, those are obviously legendary. No uniques, which would be higher than legendary. Plenty of epics. I bought one of these, and they've gone up quite a bit, I think. Let's go oh, no, not prisms. I wanted to go high to low. Does it automatically? No, it doesn't automatically. Anyways, I bought one of these for like 6 Lumina. I see they've gone up. Now they're worth like 24. Well, I'm winning there. Guess I could sell mine. Oh, this one here. This one's still only $6. Anyways, there's a marketplace, which means, I guess, that you could put yours on the market. How I actually sell? Okay, so here's the one I have. I guess I could put them on the market. So the point is, there is like a money earning potential here to get high level and then just sell the different lumens that you catch. He says, wow, that's how P2E prices were back in 2021 for NFTs. Interesting. This game on Solana. Yeah, let me pull it up for you real quick. Yeah, I do believe that it is on Solana, but let's pull it up officially. I don't know what's up with CoinGecko today. It has been really weird and not working correctly. And it's definitely CoinGecko's website. So let's look up Lumina. Lumena. And it has like a little lantern, right? So think like illumination, crystals, like a lantern is what they use for like Pokeballs. It's interesting. And there's a giant crystal that you click on. It's basically your Pokemon Center, that kind of thing. Yes, it is on Solana. I thought it was, but I didn't want to speak off term, right? So it's a Solana contract, not a pump.fun contract, which is, you know, a little bit reassuring here. And the max supply is only 500,000. So that's pretty good. That's how you get $1.61 Lumina for only 546,000 market cap. Now, the game itself is somewhat fun, so that's why I mostly mess with it. But it could do some numbers here. I don't hold a lot of them. I only hold 10 of them or 13 of them. Let's see. We got Raging. Welcome in. Smash that like button for me. This is our DeFi Friday where we hang out and play some DeFi games. He says, are you peeping the Hex PLS prices? We do that at the very beginning of the stream. I will pull it up for you right now if the computer will comply. The computer is not normally slow, so I don't know what is going on here. I have a lot of stuff open though, so I think if we drop down to 200 to 300 is where you'll see a lot of that stuff. Of course, it is a little hard to get official prices on stuff like CoinGecko, Crypto Bubble, stuff like that. But you'll see Pulse, Hex, eHex, PulseX are all up today. Looks like eHex is up 22.2%. Let's see if it gives us some kind of price reading. Yep, 0.001 here. Market cap of about 153 million. And the 24-hour volume, about 400,000 in 24-hour trading volume, which is not very high for a coin, right? As far as volume goes. Here we go. Volume of Hex, though, is 1.6 million, so that's a little bit better. Hex is up to 0.003. So, you know, you have eHex, you have regular Hex. They're two, I don't want to say totally different coins, but they're two different coins, right? Number 109 by market cap. And then, of course, Pulse Chain and PulseX we've talked quite a bit about. PulseX up 14.5%. It was very fortunate that they would do a little bit of pumping this week, right? And we do actually have prices on CoinGecko or on Crypto Bubbles for these, which is good because a lot of times you go to CoinGecko and stuff and they won't give you a price because we talked about this. You know, we've been learning, we've been educating. Let me show it off a little bit. Now, if you're already in the ecosystem, then you already know. But the problem is when you calculate the price of a token, we talked about tokenomics a lot. I think most of you guys understand that you take the circulating supply, divide it by the market cap, and that'll give you the price per unit, price per coin, whatever you want to call it. Doesn't matter. The math is still the same. But when you look at Hex, and stuff like that, you have to look at the origin address, which holds a lot, and then you have to decide if you want to exclude the origin address or include the origin address in your circulating supply, and that drastically changes the price because of the way that you calculate it. And so that's a big deal, and that's where a lot of people get lost. Now, a lot of them exclude the origin address, but the problem with it is in a lot of other coins, the coins are sent to a burn address and they're effectively burned, right? And that can be verified on chain that those coins are gone. With the origin address, technically it's an address that somebody could have access to, and who knows if they're gone or not gone. It's not like officially burned the way that we normally are used to seeing that. And so a lot of things like CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, they don't know what numbers to use. Of course, the price would be higher if you exclude the tokens in the origin addresses, or origin address. I think it's just one address where they sit. And if you exclude those, the price is going to be much higher. But if that ever woke up and somebody moved them around or sold them or something like that, that could be a real problem. And, you know, those CoinMarketCap and stuff, they kind of look like a fool for giving you the wrong prices. So it's kind of more to add to the whole, I don't know, lore of Hex and Pulse Chain and stuff. The confusion. For whatever reason, they made Hex and Pulse Chain very confusing. And is it really confusing, or is it just never really well explained? I feel like we've done a really good job this week of diving into a lot of that stuff. Are there still some questions? Certainly. But I have answered a few of my main questions for sure. And I answer questions that I didn't even know I was going to have until I actually started deep diving it. So I think it's been a highly successful series this week. And we even brought some new members in. I don't know how long they'll stay when we're not doing Pulse Chain content, but either way, it's nice to have a few people roll through and hang out with us, even if they're only interested in Pulse Chain, because obviously we will move on to other series and other topics, stuff like that. This may do well in the bull run. Yeah, this project might not be that bad. 500k supply. If they get tons of value, this token gonna crime. Exactly. Prime Minister speaking my language. Yeah, when I saw that there was only like 500,000 in the max supply of this coin, I was like, you could see this coin at $1,500 or something like that easily if people had. And here's the thing about it. So that's why I had to do my research, get in here and start playing it. And you know what? They did it well. As far as like the nostalgic feel of like being whatever age you were. Maybe you had a handheld device, as I feel like most of us did in my age group and stuff when the Pokemon games were popular, whether it was like way back in the beginning where you had like red, yellow, blue, silver, sapphire, ruby, and then on and so forth, right? Because there are many other games that came out. But this has that feel. Like they did it well. And they did the characters well, in my opinion, without being... Because sometimes I've seen games try to do these and they're just super cliche. Like they copy the characters too much to the T. There's no creativity. There's no originality. It's one thing if you're going to make an electric mouse, okay? If you're going to make an electric mouse, make an electric mouse. But a lot of them will do like a copy of Pikachu where you look at it and you think, that's Pikachu. That kind of thing is... it's too cliche, right? You need to put some originality. Here's like this. I've already upgraded him, but here's like their electric mouse. This is the second upgrade, which would be like equivalent to say like Raichu, but it's original. Like they did their own thing. That's cool. I don't want to see them like change like 3 little details and it's basically the same exact Pokemon. That's not cool. That's lame in my opinion. Melissa sent 1. Oh, now she sent 2 memberships. Hey, CCP. CCP got a membership. That's what's up. Ada Daily. All right. They got a membership. That's what I'm saying. When you send memberships, I see names who I've never seen throw a chat or anything pop up. So shout out to CCP, free membership. I love to see people who come often get a free membership. And Ada Daily, welcome in, welcome in. Smash that like button and subscribe if you would. You just got a free membership. And those memberships are useful. You get to see videos ahead of time. You also get to go to the members only live streams when we do them. And we would love to have more people over on those members only live streams. There won't be one tonight. We kind of group it all together on a Friday night here. I don't know why I'm fighting this thing with this turtle. He's way too low level here. Let's switch to something else. At this point, this is kind of like grind for XP, try to get stronger here so that we can fight some of these higher levels. So I just got into here. If I want to show this game off a little bit, let's go all the way back to the beginning town. A quick run through. It doesn't take a really long time to do. They did make the map so far like kind of quick and small, where in the original Pokemon games you would have gone through like 4 or 5 different forest areas and a couple mazes or something. And who knows, as the game gets higher and higher level, maybe they'll do more and more of that. Maybe they were trying to make it not confusing, because a lot of, I don't know, kids that maybe play this now, like my son, when he plays it, he's never played the original Pokemon game, so he's not going to understand the gameplay, right? They kept the gameplay very the same. Alright, so you hit this is the beginning town. This is your Professor Oak, if you will. And you go into his building. And there are these little lanterns. They kind of represent like Pokeballs. and they will give you, 3 different options. I chose the fire type. You got grass and a water type. You got a little first beginning grinding area. You got these little guys here. They are trainers. You fight them. They give you money. That's what you use to buy everything from potions to Pokeballs, stuff like that you use to catch. Obviously, they're called different things, Lancers. Here's your first gym. It's a grass gym. You can actually, one thing that's cool is actually after you beat them, you can actually fight them like every 24 hours. I don't know what the point of it is, but I guess it's good. It's good sparring. Yeah, it would be nice to see other people in the members only. It really would. I appreciate you dropping those free memberships. I'm just glad to see that CCP got a free membership. CCP, you out there? Did you see that you got a free membership? Just got it up. Okay, and then you go through another little grass area where there's different lumens. We'll start using the right names. I won't call them Pokemon. They're different lumens. You go into a different gym. It's a water gym. One thing that I have to say that I really like about this game is they didn't make it overly easy. Like, you really had to grind to beat that gym. It was actually pretty difficult, and you'll see once I kind of keep going. So then you beat the second gym. You come up through here. I beat all these trainers and stuff. You get new Lumen or Pokemon, and then you come into the 4th town, and the 4th town's got a lot more going on than any of the other towns. There's a lot of different directions you can go. They're not unlocked yet. And the gym leader is, of course, classically, like a classic Pokemon game. He's not around. He's somewhere else doing something else. And so they only let you kind of go one direction here. So you come in here, and this is kind of where I am right now. I beat that trainer. And I was just grinding a little bit before I tried to go too far. Let's see. And when you move to a new area, like, the levels drastically go up. Like, now I'm fighting like level 26 stuff. Of course, this character who I have out, he's highly underleveled compared to the rest of my team here. But, like, you really do have to grind a lot just to go, like, to the next place up the road. Which is good. They kept the map a little bit small, and who knows, because this is as far as I've gotten. I don't know how big this map actually is. And there's no, like you can hit M and a map comes up, and then, like, you can see the whole map. There's none of that. So I don't even know how big this map is. I don't exactly know how long this game has been around, because I recently found it. I don't know a lot about it. So it kind of makes it kind of fun to explore here. Let's see. You think we could catch this thing? Oh, this is a trainer. So yeah, I don't know why I'm trying to catch a trainer's Lumen, not Pokemon, Lumen. Don't forget to hit that like button. Thank you to Melissa, my mod, for reminding you. Didn't give me a lot of XP. What is that thing? Wish they would make them a little bit bigger here. I don't think I'm going to beat this trainer. I think this trainer might just whoop me here. Maybe not. I think my fire type Lumen might do well here. Yeah, he does pretty well. But he sure doesn't take a hit very well, I'll tell you that. Takes my entire team to beat like 2 Lumen. So as we go through this, I'd love to hear you guys' opinion about this. Is it corny? You know, the tokenomics and things look good. That makes me want to be involved. And it makes me want to see if they, like we were talking about many other games and many other games that we've talked about before, you know, do they keep rolling stuff out? Is there new stuff when I get on here? There's a lot of players. I will say that. I've noticed that everywhere I go, there's people. There's games that I play like Kindra where I can see there's 20 people in the entire server. And I run around and I play and I don't even see many people, right? Kindra is its own game too. This kind of automatically has a nostalgic and a vibe to it that I think some people can just naturally get into and appreciate. Where like Kindra is an original game, right? It's not going to have that necessarily. Let's see, what do we got going on here? Even the wild Pokemon are way too high level. It's level 22. I don't think my character is very effective here. Oh wow, actually was pretty effective. Trying to level him up. This would be a great place to level him if I could. If he doesn't get killed, and he died. Not helpful. So we'll see what happens. And again, I'm not going to spend night and day playing this thing, but buy a few coins. Think about it. If I have 13 coins, one, I hold the coins and I just stack them, right? Anything that I sell. But if I hold those coins, if you hold more than 10, you're going to get that free item every day. That free item could result in something really good that you might be able to sell on the market, increase your lumen, and then just like Prime Minister pointed out, if this project gets any exposure and any money in its market cap, it could go up very quickly, very fast, and the number per coin dollar value could get crazy. He used the term crime because it's almost a crime how much money will be made, but it's significant. And then of course, if it does that, the way that they set up the tokenomics, you got to really think these things through. It applies to this game, but it applies to any game in the way that we hunt for these big opportunities. This is cool. It's fun to play. It's nostalgic, but also the opportunity is kind of where I want to point out is that, if it does some crazy numbers, like if this goes to, being worth $500-600 a coin, that's going to attract a lot of attention. And the more attention it attracts, the more people come in, the more the number goes up, and it could go to ridiculous numbers. And you might only hold like 10 or 12 of them just to get the free item every day. But now you're like selling your free items, the free lumen or Pokemon that you get on the marketplace. You're stacking more, and then all of a sudden they're like worth a lot of money. You hold 10 and they get to be worth like $1,000. You're holding $10,000 out of nowhere, and you might think that's crazy, but it's happened before. It would not be the first time it ever happened. Let's put it that way. So you never know. But again, just to reiterate, that's all unknown. This thing could crash tomorrow, and I could go to the website. It could be gone. So you gotta really think about stuff like that. Risk reward. It takes like $20 basically for me to get 13 of them. I am kind of trying to get to, I think it'd be like 10 o'clock where I could open up my crystal there. And what other games am I forgetting? What other games are on the radar here? And another thing that I'm constantly looking for is like not tokenomics like we already look at, like the game economics, right? Are there major flaws? And this goes with any game. Are there major flaws in the economics? Have they learned from previous failures in DeFi gaming? Have they set themselves up in a way where, people can't exploit the economics? Because that's what'll crash these games. Is value just goes out the window because somebody found a loophole and exploited it. That's always something you want to keep in mind. If you see giant loopholes like that, no matter how good the game is, there's a good chance it's going to crash and burn at some point, unfortunately. I have not seen one of these. What is it, a pep bunny? He's like half, he's a rock. No, he's normal. He's like a half rock, half bunny. And again, I do like the originality in this game, because a lot of these games that try to copy Pokemon or stuff, they copy it too closely, and there's just zero originality there, and it's kind of lame. Of course, you do have to put some combination of elemental and animal together, so there are some limitations there. And for whatever reason, I always feel the pressure, like I need to switch game. But we're probably going to grind on this. We'll switch to other things. We'll go back to Kindra. Again, I could just sit and talk about these different games and play for 24 hours, honestly. So we'll see how long this stream goes. I definitely want to open that item and see what I get. Because if it's a high rarity something, that could be worth looming. You got to really think about it. And you got to keep reaching for what could happen, even if it seems impossible. Like if you got to think about, like, if you go in the marketplace, right? Let's just set this up. This is moon math, right? This is moon math. This is not like, oh, I highly think this is going to happen. But let's be honest. You get a legendary out of your random drop, right? The crystal that you put in, right? And maybe you don't get a legendary. Maybe you get an epic. We'll dial it back a little bit, right? And you get, say, a nice sale. Say I get this guy and he actually sells for something like 55 lumen. Or you even get like 20 lumen or 4 lumen or whatever, and it sells on the market. And then later this coin runs up to $1,000 per coin. You just got 20 grand. Again, the tokenomics are there. All we need is the excitement and the exposure, and you're off to the races. And a lot of people don't put any time and value because they don't believe it's possible. I've seen it happen, I have definitely seen these games have their coin run because of tokenomics and exposure and under the right circumstances, and people make stupid amounts of money off of it, like buying houses and cars kind of money. And what happens, and I keep saying it, and we're in a bear market, so like a lot of people don't really take you serious because they've never seen it. They're new to crypto and stuff, and they downplay it, and they're like, you're just wasting your time playing these stupid games. But when things hit the right circumstances and it goes your way and you really do make off like a bandit, as Prime Minister says, crime, then all of a sudden they're like, oh, well, you just got lucky. So if you were one of the fortunate people to ever do really well in those arenas, just know that people will give you zero credit, and they'll just tell you that you were lucky. Don't expect anybody to give you any credit for taking a risk where most people would probably just laugh at you. Oh, we got an evolver here. Been waiting for this to evolve because honestly, he's really, like, he's strong, but he never hits very hard. Pebballoon. There's all kinds of new ones here that I've never used. I keep waiting for this turtle thing to get a better fighting move. I think when he does, he's going to do really well. And what's also kind of fun about this is I have no idea how many evolutions, like the character. I just have no idea. If we were playing like classic Pokemon, I would know, a few things at least. If it was classic Pokemon, the Pokemon they have nowadays, I have absolutely no idea, right? I lost touch with that many 10, 20 years ago, right? Anyways, it's all kind of mysterious to me when things evolve, what they evolve into. Does it have 2 forms, 3 forms? And if you've seen Pokemon, if this game really did take off, they could just keep going. They could just keep going. EX, new regions, new expansions. I do like to see that there's not really a perceivable ceiling for this to go to. Like, they could just keep making the map bigger. And so one thing that we hope that this Yakamon, which is a totally different game that's going to be launched by, say, the people behind Sunflowerland. Let's hope that they do as good of a job. I really am interested to see what they do, because in my inventory I have a starter egg. So I guess these are things that are like guaranteed here. So for being early, I'm guaranteed a starter egg, a raffle ticket, and a bronze loot box. And then you have points. I can use an affiliate invite once I have, I think, 100 points or something like that. 3x points per flower in the opening week, base or Ronin. And then it just says revealed Q4 2026. Now, I'll be honest, there's been I think we all, well, maybe you remember, maybe you don't remember the whole, I always get them mixed up. The guys who are into boxing, Jake Paul and Logan Paul. I think it was Logan Paul. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Logan who he launched his whole. Now, to be fair, he had developers and stuff like that. He didn't build the game, but it was a total mess up. They stole tons of money. And for what I understand, I think it was mostly the developers, but he could have been in on it. Anyways, we've seen these things go terribly wrong. So hopefully this does well and is just not a huge money grab. But it would really, really, really look bad on Sunflower Land, because this whole Yakamon, it's riding off of the coattails of Sunflower Land, coming from the developers of Sunflower Land. We are switching gears here a little bit. And so that very much could propel Yakamon into the limelight. I don't think it has as good of a tokenomics. I haven't seen any tokenomics for Yakamon yet because I don't think the coin exists yet. But anyways. Oh, that's another thing. Yakamon is going to use Flower, just like Sunflower Land, I believe, instead of its own like random currency. Now there might be an in-game currency called Yak or something, but it's going to use Flower, which is going to be really cool because it's going to bring another game into the Flower ecosystem, because I don't believe that any other games use Flower right now, which should increase the value of Flower a lot, which is pretty cool. I look forward to that. Kind of reminds me of like B&B vibes, where I got on there and played all kinds of games on the Binance Smart Chain, and I went through all kinds of B&B. I made BNB, I cashed it back out into a stable coin, that kind of thing. And you know what? If I would have just held, if I would have just took the money I used, put it in BNB, been way up, and just held BNB, I would have done fantastic. I think BNB was like $100, $60 at one point, maybe $150 for a BNB, and then it went to like $1,000, $1,100, $1,200. Would have been way up on BNB. So those are definitely some things to think about. Let's go see if we can do some digging, see if we get some artifacts and stuff. Why does my guy feel so slow? Got any quests that we can do? All right, we got a guy right up here. We'll turn in a quest to Tango, our monkey man with a sword here. I don't think it's a good idea to give monkeys weapons. Have you ever seen those YouTube videos of all the monkeys just smoking cigarettes and drinking on the beach and stuff because they stole it all from some humans that were there, and then they copy them? It's pretty hilarious, but I don't think we should give them swords. God forbid a monkey got a gun. He might run these streets. So you come in here, you're digging for artifacts. You can get sand. You can get whatever that little vase thing is. Usually there's an artifact around here somewhere. There it is. We got it. It's kind of like when you find one of those, kind of like a hint. I think we're done. I think that was everything. Got 13 digs left, but I don't have any shovels. I have to go back to Jafar. Why can't I have some shovels? Because we're out of wood? Well, that's very inconvenient. Let's go buy some wood on the market. My favorite thing about DeFi gaming is that you can pretty much just come on here and buy some stuff. And you could sell some stuff. I probably should try to sell some stuff, but I'm at the point where I'm just trying to grind a higher level so I can get better items so that I can actually have some high level stuff to sell. Was that a piece of wood? Did I just get a piece of wood? We got a compass. All right, and we're done. Got 10 more digs, but we don't have any shovels. All right, we got another quest that we can turn into Tango here. So there's a whole new expansion. Again, with Sunflower Land, there's a lot to kind of be excited about. They're always rolling new things out. Yakamon is kind of a part of that, you know, new stuff coming out and exciting stuff to look forward to. Even though it's like from the developers of Sunflower Land, but it's going to be a separate game. I would love to see them kind of integrate it to where, like, you know, you could walk like one of these paths and then like go into Yakamon or something like that. It'd be really cool. I don't know if they can do that or not, but it'd be really dope. But anyways, they have this whole ascension thing. I need to go check it out. So you have your skills, right? I didn't even know that there were other ones here. It's pretty cool. So you have your ascension level. And then there's this whole ascension expansion, pretty much. I don't actually know a ton about it. Still trying to learn a thing or two about it. I didn't realize we had this Petal Paradise skills, Fruit Patch, Bee Flowers. This is all like newer stuff that you got. And you have a greenhouse and machinery, which I don't have any of it open. You even have a reset skills button that I didn't realize was there. But your high tier ones cost 3, and your second tier 2 skill and stuff, and you get 1 skill per level. So you can see how you really got to kind of think about what you're doing. And then there's this Ascension Crystal. I'm still trying to figure out how any of this stuff works, to be honest with you. More axes, rank 1. Okay, so there's multiple ranks here. Upgrade to rank 2. How do you even do that? You need these Ascension Crystals. Okay. I haven't taken the time to figure out a lot of this Ascension Crystal stuff. But it has a lot to do with your skilled tree, and they just rolled it out. It's new stuff. 15% chance for trees to grow instantly, and a ability to make all trees grow instantly as a skill that you can use. Be honest, I don't really know where I should put things. More feed all animals, animal sleep time. You really gotta like take a minute to go through. 50% coins from animal bounties, 50% increase. That actually seems highly useful. Oh, you need to have at least 4 points in here to unlock these. Let's see, what other ones might I be interested in? I guess when you can get to like level 100, then you'll have a lot of these already done. I'm only level 27, and it's getting harder and harder to level here. Fish aging time, that would be pretty useful. I guess I should focus on stuff that's gonna help me level. Let's use one of these. I was gonna try to get some higher level stuff, but it seems like I still need to get some lower level stuff here. Make them cost less. I don't really want that. Fishing. What is this? 10% chance for 1 advanced fish. A reduction of the cost of fishing. 10 free daily reels. That seems highly useful. 100% coins from coral deliveries. 100% increase, so a double on all of those. And a 20% chance of a 1+ expert rare fish. The reel seems like a no-brainer there. 10 free rods a day is a good value. And I still have stuff I have not unlocked. Like whatever this volcano region is does not unlock until level 30. And I'm level 27. So we're grinding on that. And there's not a whole lot to report here. I could go play like some mini games and stuff like that. Wait, I accidentally planted a bunch of radishes? That sucks. And I've already used this skill. So now I have to wait like 20 hours. Whoops. Thought I was planting potatoes that take 3 minutes. Alright, well that is what it is. And back to Lumen. It's nice to have a few games you can kind of click back and forth. At this point it feels like, why would we go play Maddle, right? Panzer Dogs I think is done. I think it's cooked. Once they kind of like played it for forever, they never would let me connect a wallet, basically save my progress, and then like they kind of rebooted it, and so I lost all my progress. And definitely their fault, not my fault. I tried to connect a wallet to Panzer Dogs for forever. They're cooked. We've already talked about it plenty of times, so I have no hard feelings about it. They're cooked. But it is kind of annoying. So once they restarted me over, that project was dead to me. I'm not starting that grind all over again. Who's still here with me? I know Melissa's still here with me. Who else is here with me? Again, thank you, Melissa, for gifting those memberships. I'm glad to see CCP get one. Thank you, Prime Minister, for being here. Thank you, Blues Guy, for dropping a super chat. You know that means a lot to me. It's appreciation, and I feel appreciated. I love that. Prime Minister, in the house. And of course, Minecraft for Kids. If you're still here, hey, we're playing your favorite game. Kindra. I guess we could roll back to Kindra for a minute. I could sit on this one because it's new for forever. We'll roll back over to Kindra. Oh, look, I didn't get kicked out. So the one thing about Kindra is, like, I can keep grinding level. I need to move the Kindra that I hold. That's what it was. I need to move the Kindra that I hold over to this wallet out of whatever other wallet I'm holding it on. I think it's in a MetaMask wallet or something. So that I can actually go in the portals. I don't know. Do we love or hate the idea that they're like restricting certain access to certain parts of the game based off of like holding Kindra? It's good for the price of Kindra and things like that. It's good. I guess it's good tokenomics. So I'm not too upset about that. And it's not a huge amount of money. It'd be one thing if they're like, you need to hold $100 worth of Kindra. That would be a little messed up. I think it's like literally like $10 worth of Kindra. So it's not that big of a barrier to entry. But there's some people who they're not going to have that. It'd be cool if the ecosystem here was more robust and it was easier to earn actual Kindra. Of course, that would be cool. But, you know, the people who made the game, they don't really have any control over that. Here's a new player, level 9. I would like to see a lot new players in here. I don't know how bad this game would be crashing out if we had a lot of people in here. One of the skills that I have not focused on is foraging. So I'm just running around hitting all the things to forage. Struggleheart says 111. What's up? Thanks for letting me know you're still here. Struggleheart, do you play any DeFi games? Here, I gotta let my dog out of my room. My dog's she's an old girl and she can be kind of annoying. She'll whine to come in here and then she'll whine to come out of here. She don't want to be in here for the entirety of the whole stream. She feels like she's missing something. So give me 1 second. Let me let her out. And I'm back. What time is it? Oh, it's 10:10. In a minute, we're going to definitely go claim that item over on Lumina. And these games launching, you know, it makes me wonder, are we on the cuff of some kind of DeFi gaming waking up? Because first of all, for DeFi gaming to wake up, there's got to be options for people to play. And there should be multiple options, like multiple games. Some people would obviously like Kindra better. Some people are going to go ham for that Lumina. Some people are going to go and play Sunflower Land and drop tons of money on it. You know what I mean? And so we need a lot of different options. Just like if you got on your PlayStation and you had 2 games. Like, you know, there were 2 games out for the PlayStation. You'd be like, this is garbage. And it can be very hard for somebody who's not very crypto native to really navigate and find. You know what would be really cool? I just thought of this. Is like a marketplace, right, for DeFi games. Now there are definitely some websites and stuff that attempt to try to do that. They're pretty lame, and a lot of them are not even DeFi games, to be honest with you. A lot of them are trying to basically farm like affiliate links to random games that are not crypto and not DeFi at all. They kind of try to like pose them like they are, even though they're not. Oh, look at this. Troll. He's a founder. He's number 4. He must really like this game. Can I join your guild, please? Let me see. What are they? Yeah, they're guilds in this game. Did I just join his, or did I just join his group? It says welcome underground. Let's see. Let's see if anybody comes to the channel. This would be pretty hilarious. I probably should shout things out like that a lot more. Let's see what they say. So am I in a guild now? I don't know if I'm actually in a guild. Let's see if anybody comes through. 111 ask him. Okay. Latest. I'll definitely sub your channel. Thank you. Oops, I'm not typing anything. Say every Friday. Oh, there's Melissa in there. He researches. Yep. He reaches what crypto does exactly. Crypto education. If you go to my channel, you will find the Discord link pinned in the chat and also in the description. ! You're going to want to look for live streams and videos. Cool. Maybe we found some, you know, I probably should have thought about recruiting people who love DeFi gaming in the games that we're actually playing. Wouldn't that have made a lot of sense? Isn't it kind of a bummer I literally didn't think of that until just now? Well, that's how you learn, right? I think we'll be doing that. We'll be doing that every DeFi Friday, right? Frostman Tyrant Falls. I wish you could open those chests a little bit easier, but I do like the barrier to entry for sure a little bit there. All right, I think we're pretty caught up with the chat. Stop by, drop something. I don't know why I'm typing so slow. Probably because I have all this stuff in front of me. Let's see if anybody says hi in the chat over here on YouTube. I definitely need to start streaming on different platforms. Cross streaming to things like Twitter and stuff like that. I don't know why we're lagging. We have not been lagging this entire time. And we don't normally lag. I don't want people coming over here from Kindra and then seeing us lag. That would be lame. Well, that's cool. There will be some more people. Hey, he seems like an OG. He's like level 55. I wonder if he knows all kinds of things about Kindra that we don't know. Could be highly beneficial. We could have a whole Kindra tab in the Discord. That would be pretty awesome. He can keep us up to date on what's going on. Bang, bang. Struggleheart says 333. Struggleheart, you playing any DeFi games these days? I love that you come to hang out regardless. But you ever play any Kindra? Lumina? Are you into any of those things? I don't really remember where you are in the world. I want to say you're in Europe somewhere. Eastern Europe, maybe? My memory serves me right, but I don't remember what. Lithuania, maybe? Melissa says he does. Okay, cool. Glad to hear that. If he didn't and he hung out with us anyways, that would be super baller. Because that'd be very MVP of him. But I'm glad to know that he's actually playing some of these. Let's see. I thought I just explained it. Let's see. We stream Monday through Saturday. Of course, Fridays is DeFi gaming, but the rest of the week we do crypto education of all different topics. This week we've been learning all about Pulse Chain and Hex and all of that ecosystem. Of course, this is so small, I have to go back and make sure it actually put the right things. Friday's DeFi gaming, but the rest of... Alright, that's good enough. Apparently there's a limit to how much you can say. Out of time here. Says, look at the chat in games. Okay. I will definitely check that out at some point. And I guess we're Vang. Instead of gang, we're Vang. Vang for life. What is this? Oh, we have emojis? I did a sad emoji. I don't even know how I did that. Let's keep grinding. Oh, look, there's Melissa. I will help you take him out. Did we both get stuff? Hopefully I didn't like cut your XP in half or something. Trying to grind to level 17. I'm just trying to figure out like what else can we do. I want one of these mounts like they have. These mounts seem fast. I want to move way faster here. Haven't seen anybody drop anything in the chat yet. I think we completed a quest, did we not? Alright, we gotta go catch some more fish for a quest. By next Friday for sure, I'll have those Kindra moved from my other wallet to this wallet. So we can actually go in the portals. You know we like to play these at the end of the stream, so I'll probably show you way before next Friday. Probably show you literally tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then Monday. Let's see. This should be easy. Let's catch a few more fish. For some reason, these little fishing spots are hard to click on. Like, never know where to click. No, we share XP. Follow is. What is follow is? Am I supposed to be following somebody? If so, I was not paying attention. Oh, look at that. The tyrant spawned. Alright, so we got a rare guy on the field. Where is he, though? I'm sure those high levels are going to go try to beat him. I'd love to get in on that. Probably some good loot dropped on that. Have I got enough fish yet? I hope so. Oh, follow us. Well, I'm a little late on that. I do apologize. Who is us? Is there a map? Let's see, is Melissa up here? I'm coming. Sorry, I wasn't watching the chat. I just looked at the quest. I was like, dang, I need to go catch a bunch of fish. Are we doing a trade run? Where you at, Melissa? There you are. Yeah, but you need 50k Kindra to enter. Yeah, I have it too. I just don't have it in the right wallet. Oh, you're going to Warscar? Maybe you have that in your wallet. I don't know why I'm lagging. I guess I have a lot of stuff running on this computer. Maybe I need to close a couple of things. I have. Let's see. I'll put it in here. I have that. I just need to move it to the right wallet. Says, what? I need a wallet associated with the game. Sorry, have fun. I'll have it ready next time. Alright, so I guess I just go fight this guy in the meantime. Cook some more fish. Let's open this bag, go to craft, try not to die in the meantime. Cook some fish, pretty much use those as health potions. Throw him a bone here. Tell him to check out the game Lumina. Too bad you can't stream while we kill that tough MF. Next time for sure. It would be really cool to have like a big community of people playing and then me live streaming and all of us running around in the chat. It'd be pretty dope. I am probably going to hop over for a second over to lumina.gg. Yeah, there was literally 8,000 plus people active on this game right now. I don't even know. You can't choose servers, like how you can choose servers with Kindra between Europe and America. It must automatically route you to a server. Yo, why is this computer lagging? It's starting to get on my nerves now. There we go. I want to have connection issues. I want to go open my item here. And where is the incubator here? I have no idea. Yo, what is that? Once you get higher level, I keep seeing people with all these different characters. I'm like, yo, what are these characters? Oh, I like what they're doing. They all turn so you can see them all. Yo, look at that purple dragon thing. That's pretty cool. So there's the item where you get it. Where's the incubator, though? Where is that? The one thing is I hope that they upgrade and let you in some of these buildings. Like, all of the doors are locked. You can't go in, like, barely any buildings so far. Was hoping somebody would come through there and drop something in the chat. So far, nobody. It's kind of disappointing. Door is locked. I'll be able to see if anybody subbed. We all got to stick together and really support this DeFi gaming, so you'd think people would come through. All right, here's the moment of truth. My son really wanted to see this, so hopefully he is watching. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and open this and awake it. A little orb thing. I don't know what you do with that. Literally, my son literally got the exact same thing. So I'm going to go with it's probably not super rare. Oh, look at that bull. I want that bull. I want all of these. I want to get them to high level and then sell them in the marketplace. I'm not sure why I'm going this way. And let's go to the vault. Let's see. What did they give me a level at? Level 5. Oof. I guess I'll have to take a detour at some point. You can see all the different ones I have. I wonder if I could use this guy at all yet. I'm going to have to swap him to something. Send to vault. Add to party. And then let's see. Okay, he's right in the front. Let's see if we can use him. Probably not. He's like level 47. When you buy things that are too high level, it just says, "Hey, you can't control him." He just won't listen. He won't do anything you tell him to do. Which is pretty unproductive. Pretty useful. Useless. Let's see. Of course, I bought him when I first started the game, so check current. He ignored your order and did nothing. It'd be cool if he at least did something random. You are not strong enough yet. Okay. Well, then he is going back in the vault. Maybe when I hit like level 40, I'll be able to use him. Let's go back to, no, not lumens. We want to go to the vault. And we want the turtle guy back. Add him to the party. There we go. I don't think I can go this way. Takes you to Frost Peak Ice. The league keeps it sealed until the forge key thaws. Okay, yeah. Basically, you have to be like a gym or something before they're going to let you do that. Pretty classic Pokemon gameplay. And we're rolling into 10:30. 2 hours of streaming, like always. Pretty successful DeFi gaming. I'm glad that we have new games and new stuff to focus on. And I'm sure there's more things that'll pop up. For sure. I need to probably check out our chat here. We look pretty caught up there. I've never caught one of these things. Let's see. Can we catch this? Pebble Bunny. Hey, we got him. He'll go straight to the vault. Sugarheart says it's been fun, just busy. No worries. I appreciate you being here. Just the fact that you're here, even though you're busy, it means the world to me. Thanks, Sugarheart. And you've been coming to the stream so consistently. I definitely got to shout you out and tell you that I appreciate you. Because, you know, being a really small person on YouTube is no fun when we don't even have a couple of people in the chat. I'd still do it anyways, but it's much more exciting to have you here. So thank you for always coming to the stream. I appreciate you. And, of course, being active in the Discord, that is awesome as well. One day, I tell you guys, one day, we're going to go into a bull market. This channel is going to blow up. And by blow up, I don't mean I get like 1 million subscribers. I mean like maybe we get to like 10,000 subscribers and there's a few people on here. I earn a couple of dollars in a live stream. And then I can really, really focus on just YouTube. Go live 3 times a day. Like stuff like that. And we will really take off at that point. It's what we're going for. It's what we're building up to. And we will get there. People have no idea how much effort and time goes into doing this. And honestly, before I did it, I had a clue, but I didn't know what it really felt like to hit that live button every day. And then we do 6 days a week live streaming. We used to do 7 days a week live streaming. And best believe that when we come into some very hot times in the market, we will be back to 7 days a week live streaming. There will just be too much going on to not stream every single day. Sunday will probably be like a Sunday, market check-in or something like that. I don't know if we'll do the whole education on a Sunday. But one way or the other, I'm sure we will get to streaming every day of the week when things start to kick off. Got to build in the bear market, though. Got to think about what it's like to be the lifer who's like, I think he's streamed for like 5 years straight every day. And you got to remember, he goes live sometimes twice a day and does, the members only streams. And man, he is cooking. That's where I really hope to get to one day. Okay, I haven't caught one of these orbits yet. Oh, wow, he got burned, so I thought I was going to get to catch him. Oh, well, I'll take the XP instead. In the original, Pokemon games, there'd be, little Pokeballs and hidden items everywhere. keep trying to see if I find any, but so far I haven't found anything. You know, like you'd go back here and there'd be like a Pokeball or something that you could interact with and you'd get like a free item. So far that has not happened. Pebballoon. A lot of rock Pokemon. I don't know if they're all connected. Does Pebballoon turn into Peb Bunny? Is that how that works? I don't really know. Are they totally separate things? Let's see. Can we catch him? I'd be careful how many of these lanterns I use because they actually cost coin that you can pretty much only get by beating trainers. So there's a pretty limited amount of coins that you can have. I don't know if we can catch them all here. Does that one I just caught turn into Pep Bunny? Or are they two totally different things? I have like zero answers to any of those type of questions here. I don't have a map. I don't have like an evolution. I don't know. What would you call it? Evolution map maybe? Just grinding levels. Alright, let's see if we can level this Psyduck up. I don't think I've evolved this Psyduck yet. I don't know what he evolves at. Probably like 36 or something. Let's see, does Bubble Pop? Yep, that's pretty effective. Super effective. Should probably remember that. Really need to take one of these to a high level. Just grind it by itself. Probably going to be Psyduck because he is sending them down in one shot. I tried. And just a thought, you know, Melissa, if you're playing Kindra and you're playing those different games, if you find any people who are helping you and talking to you a lot, maybe point them towards the channel. So maybe we could get them in our community. Because they obviously already like DeFi gaming and stuff like that. I don't know why, but after this stream, I am so freaking hungry. And it's every day. I'm like, I could eat nothing all day. And if I didn't live stream and talk for 2 hours, I don't even think I'd be that worried about eating. But as soon as I do this stream, I'm like super hungry. I have no idea what that's about. But it's pretty consistent. Dang it, I hit the wrong thing. I don't want to use Sand Snare. Can't wait for this character to get another move. Struggle Heart says still hungry. And Melissa, it's just a thought. Like, you know I'm never telling you what to do. Hope it never feels that way. I appreciate you a bunch. I would never want to come across like that. But if you get the opportunity to point somebody to the channel, that would be pretty awesome to have more like-minded people in the community. Just a thought. Let's see. Can we level this guy up, or will he just get killed? I can level him up if I switch him out, right? Let's do that. Swap. Because I get tired of running all the way back and healing him. That gets old. Oh, I should use fire, not water. Whoops. Let's use Candle Flicker. And he's done. Haven't seen CCP chat at all. Usually he's in here cracking me up. But I did see he was here because he got a membership. Unless it just like remembers people who come to the stream maybe. Ah, I forgot he was about to die. Whoops. That could be. Just gives like people who come to the stream often. Whoever is, what was his name? Ada something? Ada Everyday or something like that. Who knows? That could be somebody who's here often and never chats, and you just never even know. You never know how many people are lurking you, which I don't mean that in a bad way. For any of those who might be hanging out and lurking but never say anything, but definitely want to encourage them to say something. Yo, what is that penguin thing? Yo, I want one of those. It's pretty dope. So like it's 10:30 and we've been on for 2 hours. I know I probably need to hop off because I know I probably have a ton of things to do, but I don't want to, especially on a DeFi Friday. I just want to hang out here and play this game, and being live is a great excuse to do that. But I guess all good things have to come to an end at some point. If you're just rolling in, smash that like button. Certainly appreciate you being here. Hopefully some of those people from Kindra came over, playing Lumina right now. We bounce back and forth. Lumina, Kindra, Sunflower Land, Chainers. Most of those should have links in the description. Be nice to get this Lumen to a high level. Yes, he survived. All right, finally gonna level him up. Let's put the Synduck first. And let's see if we can't actually beat. Did I beat that guy? So you can go off that ledge, but you can't go up that ledge. Okay. Can't interact with any of these boxes or anything. Interesting. So there is another trainer up here. Let's see if I can beat him and get to this next area. I've never been through this passage. See if we can get through that. All right, Shillix. Bubble Pop should work good on him. Level 27, so we're actually... So funny, you grind levels and they go up so fast from area to area. You feel like you're going to have to really go some distance to find characters your level. You got to go like 10 feet and you're already like under level again. Ooh, fire. Not good against him. Let's use Quick Nudge. Also not very good against him, even though we're the exact same level. They didn't make this game easy, which I really appreciate. Ooh, if I could get a hit in with this. Oh, he went first. Alright, so you get Dragon Breath. I haven't got that yet. Looks like a good move. I just got Scale Swipe. 240 XP. That's good. I only have one dragon move with this guy, so hopefully it's enough to take this guy out. Doesn't look like it. Looks like somebody else is going to get the XP from this one. Let's put... I keep trying to evolve this guy. I think he evolves at the next level here. There we go. Oh, they only have two. I need him. Oh, there it goes. Perfect. The evolve form actually looks pretty cool. One of the second gym leader. This is like the last Pokemon you have to fight, or Lumen. Sorry. I would say Lumen, but I feel like somebody's not going to know what I'm talking about. Hopefully, at this point in the stream, you caught on to what's going on. Wow, another city already? Okay. So they're going with the classic Pokemon gameplay where like you have to double back to like where you started later on to do like, you know, the 6th or 7th gym. Because this gym leader, he's actually here. Let's see what levels we're talking about here. What level is he? Pebloon, level 25. Okay, that is very reasonable. Ooh, he took my Synduck out in one hit. Not fair. He's highly under level. Let's see if he can even... Oh, he took him down, though. I'll take that. 200 XP. Ooh, he's not going to do a lot of damage here, are we? So let's switch it up. Maybe we do Stone Toss. Oh, he used it against me, so... Oh, it's actually pretty effective. Super effective. Try to remember that. guess another water might be good. Hit him with that Tide Pulse. All right, that was very effective. Definitely need to heal up. The last gym was so difficult to like actually beat. It'd be crazy if I just rolled in here and just took out the gym leader right away. Again, I'd really like a map. Hopefully you maybe unlock a map at some point. Maybe I have to buy one somewhere. Yeah, that was the I guess that's the right move for this guy. Yeah. Oh, not that. I never use like the health potions and stuff. Seems like a waste. You rather wipe or you don't wipe. What am I talking about? All right. On to the next one. It's not the gym leader yet. Looks like a fire type. I should be able to do some good damage here with Tide Pulse. Let's get out of this. Just checking on the trenches chat, and we're back. Wow, I got 292 XP. That's pretty helpful. And we'll go heal again. And let's see what fighting this gym leader is like. The last gym leader was super hard, which I really appreciate a good challenge. I don't want to walk like straight through this game. That would not be cool. Let's see. But sometimes if you have the right lumen and the right attacks, sometimes you kind of can walk through certain scenarios. But he's using potions on me, huh? Oh yeah, I forgot that Stone Toss was super effective. Should have used that instead. Alright, nothing happened. Like neither one of us could hit each other. Swap out the water type. Tidal Pulse. He's down. Sometimes just losing at the end of these can be great because you can just keep grinding XP out of them. Wow, we might actually win this. Kind of crazy. Oh, look, I haven't seen the evolved form of him yet. All right. I don't know if we're going to be able to beat that one, though. Let's see. Is electric any good? Oh, wait, I know what's good. Oh, we hit the paralyze, though. That paralyze might help us out here. Oh, we used a heal, huh? See, he's probably going to use a health potion. No. All right, I got maybe one shot at taking him out if he doesn't use a health potion, which I'm sure he will. Wait, he didn't. No way. I can't believe we beat that easily. All right, well, I hope everybody had an awesome time hanging out playing some games. This game has been a lot of fun. Kindra, a lot of fun. Even Sunflower. Still very entertaining. We're looking forward to Yakamon. We did our chainers. I feel like we did a really good job of covering a bunch of bases. Of course, I'm always looking for new DeFi games. I thought we'd have some time to go to do that, but we're well over 2 hours here. Again, I could do these streams all night. But I got a lot of other things that I need to do as well for other businesses. So, I hope everybody's having a good night. You can find me in the Discord. Let's keep in touch with whatever DeFi games that you're playing. You know we'll always be playing them at the end of streams and stuff like that too. So, you don't have to wait all the way till DeFi Friday. But DeFi Friday is definitely more focused. Stregahard, thanks for being here. You have a great night, Stregahard. Melissa, you have a great night as well. I'll be in the trenches chat. Let's see what we can find, but low volume Friday. Probably not a lot. Man, I need to do something with this beard. I'll fix that before tomorrow. Have a great night, everybody. Stay underground, stay crypto, think long term. Bottom of the bear market vibes. Building in the bear market. That's what we're doing. I'll catch you in the next episode. Tomorrow night, we wrap up this series on Pulse Chain. Underground Crypto out.